so casually, like, oh yeah, for
Well,
anybody that
no,
doesn't
actually, like one of
understand.
my best friends runs a head of risk for a massive Swiss bank, so he's literally the person like he is a market maker, right? So I talk this shit with him because
Here on every space, henceforth, you're the Sheldon.
So he's a level 3.
Dear,
Yeah.
it's great to meet you, bro. I've seen you around the space a little bit, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. But
Yeah,
to
so,
answer your question, Biljit and everybody else, I'm not saying I'm going to be 100% right. I'm not. There's always news happens in the middle of the day when shit happened in Saudi Arabia and everything died off. Could the models have told you that? No, we're in a news-driven market environment. Things happen over time. But if you're going to tell me that these people got $10 million, $5 million moving these ETFs, and they're going to put their money on a hope that it's going to go in their direction, up or down. No, they're not, right? They are where they are in that position because of the way that they're able to make the positions that they want at the right time. That's the way I'm a firm believer in that, right? They're not putting $10 million and say, maybe I'll get lucky that it goes in my favor by $5.
So when you say the gamma goes up, sorry if I'm echoing shit. The gamma's going up over time, is building up over time. What is that time length? Is it different? Is it consistent?
So it builds over time, right? What I mean by that is, let's put it this way. OPEX, everybody knows what OPEX was 318, I believe was the date or whatever, right? So it took over time in February, early February, second week of February, third week of February, all those positions leading into that date started to build into the market. So now what I'm saying is the next big date that you guys should watch for this is 4/14. That is the next big date that people are building their positions now into a 4/14 move. Which way it goes, we will know every day the market goes. New positions will enter. Over time, that's how the profile gets built.
So, I'm so sorry to cut you out. Can you please educate us under the street light? Like we are all, imagine we all are homeless. So, can you please educate us? How did you derive to 414, right? Without any, well, you can imagine we have laptops. I'm just making it fun.
So
Sorry.
It's the monthly. It's the monthly.
Like we're five.
It's the monthly expiration.
No, I think he's saying how
Oh.
do you find that to be the expiration to look at rather than like a week after or a week before?
Because a lot of things are built off the monthly expiration and OPEX expirations.
No, but how is it monthly? It's not 414 is not monthly.
It's monthly from 318, my friend. So
and what is the
if
significance
I could
of
tell you
318?
here, let me put it this way.
Sir.
Let me put it. Hold on 1 second. I don't know if I'm echoing, but if I was right now, I could tell you 4/14, 5/20, 6/17. I could tell you the next 6 months of all the key dates that will build into a monthly expiration right now, because that's already predetermined, right? And after each month, the next month stuff builds. That's the way I look at it. I look at month-to-month movement. I am a swing trader, but I'm a swing trader for weeks at a time.
I think that's the most insightful learning I am trying to get here. How is 318 a date of reference for you? That's not clear to me. I mean, I'm stupid.
How is 318 a date? Well, I mean, it's on the options calculator. It's public information, so I just use it as a date.
That's a known options contract rollover. That's a quarterly rollover. 318 was a known number. That's when the futures contracts rolled over into the June contracts.
There's a person who explained it better than me.
Just to chime
sir,
in,
is there any reference website or a reference chart or any reference? I still am not getting the answer. Where is 318 coming from? I feel like stupid.
So my good man.
Also, no, go ahead, Andrew.
I just want to say futures contracts roll over 5 days before they expire. So you're on to the next, quarterly in this case.
Hey, Kurt was
Okay.
raising his hand for a while. Kurt, you got something that?
Oh no, I was just actually coming in to kind of get the layman's terms for the gamma because I saw A Stocks 92 and Deer, who I definitely revere, we're giving a little bit more complex versions for the layman's terms of the gamma. And
My bad. I tried to dumb it down, but I'm
oh
driving,
no,
so I
no,
don't
you
have my
definitely
notes. I
dumbed
could
it
do it.
down.
I could do it better on the day during the market hours, but I'm about to pull
Yeah,
into
and
my house.
I
So
suck at dumbing it down, so I'm
No,
Hey,
here's what I say about this stuff.
I 1,000% agree. You know, I've always just been taught to, you know, like explain it like a 5-year-old. Explain it like you're explaining it rather to a 5-year-old.
We're all on different
No, but
levels.
the thing is, like,
Exactly.
in all honesty, like the actual things that comprise these instruments are very complex, right? So that's I
Sure.
think why it's very difficult to actually. I'm not sure if anybody's ever just looked at a Black-Scholes theory, but I mean, and they're
I have.
European, so the way that you calculate them is kind of bullshit because like the option you can only exercise it on the day of expiration, right? So the European Black-Scholes have a little different variables, but still.
Why are you clapping, T Grills? You know damn well you never heard of that.
No, just absolutely. Also, just to touch on Bijet, just like last week was the quad witching, and that was the 18th of March. So you just have to just kind of keep aware of those dates. You know, so you know all those contracts were moving, all the positions were being shifted as of the 18th of or last week rather, the end of last week. So you saw a lot of volatility towards the end of the day. Positions being closed, positions being opened. I believe A Stocks and Deer, you know, kind of pointed that out pretty blatantly in that regard. But just like, yeah, it's open public information. Just check that out in regards to why they were saying, hey, these are the dates in which we're looking at for upcoming movement in regards to those contracts. And then I guess the layman's terms for you guys pretty much touched on the gamma for everybody. So yeah, actually,
Yeah, and it's obviously going to depend on how you're positioning options, right? Like, I mean, if you're like
Definitely.
doing a long vol strategy, gamma's probably not going to be as important to you. Or like if like maybe even if you're doing like a butterfly call spread, things like that. Like, there's going to
Did
be
you just say
different times.
butterfly call?
Zippo's
Yes.
about to get fucking triggered right now.
No,
Hey, guys,
for real.
just
I've never heard. I've only heard of one other person playing butterflies. But go ahead.
Yeah,
just
and
an
the one that usually does
informal,
JP Morgan.
No,
just an informal poll. What software is everybody using?
I'm using Schwab, but I hate it.
Fidelity and TradeView.
I use
Weeble.
TradeStation.
Weeble.
I'm building my own with losing money.
Hey, look at him.
I was gonna say,
Yo,
hey,
he came in and
yo,
said, "Fuck
BJ,
everybody, I
all
got my
right.
own."
You know, out of all the motherfucking exchanges out there, I have my own code. You know, I'm gonna crash them soon.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Bill G, you said you got an algo, huh? You were saying you was beating the market or something.
Oh yeah, I got the Micron MU. Started. I think 3 days ago, and yeah, I'm already in the money, and I'm gonna wait for the 29th or whatever, April 1st. You know, I'm squeezing it. I'm squeezing it every day. It goes up and down. I keep adding to my puts. I keep adding to my stocks, and I'm gonna squeeze that baby to 5% range, like minus 2.5 to plus 2.5, and I'm damn sure on the earning this baby is gonna go like minus 30 or plus 30, and then I'm gonna bank big.
Man, he's choking the shit out of that chicken. He getting
Hey, I like that confidence.
Hey, when you need a
Thank you,
beta
sir.
tester, let me know.
Andrew, what platform
Oh,
do you use?
I use Thinkorswim on TD Ameritrade, which I believe is also available for Schwab.
Yeah, I want to say TD Ameritrade's owned by Schwab now, or Schwab bought them. Their mobile platform is very, very ass, but the actual desktop software is pretty decent. It freezes up sometimes, which of course leads to losing out on certain trades if you're day trading and you're kind of trading by the minute or by the few minutes. But it's pretty decent so far.
Yeah, I would not suggest doing any sort of momentum trading in Thinkorswim whatsoever. You will lose. Ask me how I know.
Do you use the
Wait,
desktop?
now it's mandatory. I have to ask. How do you know?
Because I've lost so much fucking money doing Momo trading, dude. Everybody would cry if I told you.
But on desktop, you lose money.
Yeah, I don't trade on my phone. I've lost way too much money on my phone, dude. No way.
Look up Thinkorswim Active Trader if you're a momentum trader. It makes you get in and out in one click.
Oh, good advice. I'm gonna have to actually check that.
Active Trader. It's trying to remember the fucking YouTube guy that did it. Has a great Active Trader YouTube on how to set it up. I mean, Active Trader, literally, I'm in and out in SPY in 40 seconds on momentum trades.
I've done some really good Momo trading on Webull. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can do that too. And they actually have an Active Trader now too, Webull, but they were lacking like when they first started. But Thinkorswim Active Trader, if you're going to scalp and do any type of momentum, it's a must have the Active Trader set up.
I just think it's funny.
On mobile?
Robinhood.
On mobile, it's ass. The mobile is so janky and jumping around. It's hard to momentum trade on mobile.
For Active Trader?
There's no Active Trader on the mobile.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Active Trader, and I'm just no good.
Yeah, so the key is to kind of plot out your moves a little bit. Like if your watch list is AMD, NVIDIA, have those contracts already loaded for you in your Active Trader. So you're literally one quick click away when it breaks your line.
I have one question, folks. Sorry to interject here. I see a lot of scalp traders, and they are very badass on taking positions and exiting out of them with the stop loss and then moving up the stop losses. So, what's the best platform that allows you all these shortcuts to be very agile and take control of these trades?
If you are not afraid of paying for your trades, I would thoroughly recommend Lightspeed. Only for the trading, though. Do not use it for charting. Their charting is terrible.
Sorry, what is that? Light trade?
Lightspeed.
Okay. Thank you.
I guess even better than that, because I know we all use different trading platforms. What is everybody using for their charting?
TradingView.
Bloomberg. Yes, sir.
In the money trades, we just started using TrendSpider, and I absolutely love it. I did most of my charting off Thinkorswim, but I'm really digging TrendSpider.
I opened up several accounts in different platforms and ended up just mostly trading on Webull. I trade on 2 different accounts on Webull, a margin and a cash account. But I feel like Webull has the best charting and easy to use.
I agree with you on the ease of use, and the UI is very friendly. I use Webull to trade, but in terms of charting, personally, I don't like their charting. It's not accurate.
I'm not a TA, guru.
I hear you.
So I chart levels. I chart levels, and I'll chart them the night before, and I'll chart them intraday. But as far as anything beyond that, for a beginning trader, Webull is really user friendly and has better charts than Robinhood. That's for sure.
It really is. If I'm helping somebody learn to chart, I tell them to start on Webull because you can do it for free too. And then from there, as you get into more advanced stuff, you're going to want a TradingView, a TrendSpider, a Thinkorswim. If you're using the customization of Thinkorswim is just outrageous for the most part. And you can do a lot of it your own self just by finding out a script and editing
really high advanced in TA, always tell me Thinkorswim.
Yeah, because it's so customizable. Like you can do anything you want with it, really, and with indicators and stuff. And it's not like you don't have to pay a monthly subscription. You just have to have an account. And
Yeah,
like
no,
before, they started cracking down on it. But before, you literally didn't even have to have cash in your account, and you could use it.
Like,
But there's a huge learning curve for going to Thinkorswim. Like it takes time to get used to the platform.
like,
and a lot of
Agreed.
like,
a lot of the free trading apps are actually pretty good because like I use a Bloomberg, right, or a Refinitiv, just depends which desk I'm at. But like we don't really do charting at the institutional level. But even if you did want to do charting, it fucking sucks. Even though those terminals are some 30 grand.
Hey, SDOT, for the TrendSpider, that everything happens in real time, or is it just for setups, like just drawing out setups?
Yeah, it's still in real time too. But setups, like the best part about TrendSpider is the alerts that you can set up. You can set bounce alerts. You can set alerts breaking lines, MAs, anything. Where TradingView is a little more just kind of rudimentary, where it just breaks a line and it'll give you an alert. Where TrendSpider,
But can you
really-
download the data like into like Excel spreadsheets on TrendSpider or no?
Let me hop on and check. I
That's like a
don't.
really good thing about TradingView is you can like download the and like manipulate data for fucking nerds like me.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
can. Just give me a second to look at it.
You
One
can do
thing I
that.
do like
Here's
about
another
TradingView
thing I
is that
would
like you
say
can
is-
translate different charts over to different time panels. So like you can literally plot points on a 5 minute, 3 minute, and then it'll transfer over to kind of whatever other time panel that you're looking at. One thing that has kept me on Schwab is, and it's if you have an account, it's free. Is that it's free and you have access to there by the minute. You can even do by the bips on Schwab. So it's like amazing in that regard, but just the app functionality is ass.
Nobody uses IBKR.
I think Not
Never
Go
heard of it.
Gavin has just entered the chat.
Oh, fuck him.
Well, no, because like almost everybody who I work with uses IBKR as like their
Good Gavin, love you, fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know many people that use IBKR in the States, at least. I mean, as a retail, I know some other traders that do, but it's not as
one
popular.
serious thing I want to say, to everybody who's listening, like who's not as advanced in TA like me. Like when you hear these people talk like Deer, every time he talks, I feel like I should owe him money. Like these people.
Lana, you hear that? I'm gonna start monetizing.
No, these people that are better. If you're looking for
Right.
people to follow that are better than you at TA and charting, follow somebody that does live voice chat, because when you trade with them in live voice chat, you can see it happen in real time, and it starts to click. Like
I want to say something, Zippo.
Yeah, go
S.
ahead.
Dot is my mentor. He's my mentor. He is a business partner, my mentor. He taught me everything I know, so I owe a lot to him. Dear Point, I know a lot about him. I even know how he looks like in real life. And I'm telling you, this guy is a genius. So to have them two in the space, and Andrew too on here, he's quiet right now. He's usually not quiet. I can tell you, this is a very educational space. Like you cannot get free education like this nowhere else right now. So I'm intrigued that I have all three of them in the room with me. I have Andrew, S. Dot, my mentor, and Dear Point. I know who he is in real life. And I can tell you, a lot of people are saying, "Oh my God, he's so handsome." He is. I can't show you his picture because I'm not like that. I can tell you he really much is.
Lana, this
And
took a
King
left
Tennies, he's
turn.
not in here, but I can tell you King Tennies is my business partner. Like, I love him so much. He's always on my back. But I can tell you, when you have S. Dot, when you have Andrew and Dear Point in the same room and you get this free education, because education charges. I know because I pay $80,000 a year. And I'm in the National Honor Society. I have a 4.2 GPA. You know what I'm saying? And I learned so much from these three. And if you have them in the same room, you're blessed. That's all I have to say. Because when they're giving you something, it's insane. Like I respect them so much, and that says a lot. Because I don't say that to a lot of people. And I think you guys know that, but I don't say it to a lot of people. But these three is someone you should listen to because it's free education right now. And Dear Point, you are handsome. People need to know about that. I will not show you a picture because I know how he looks like. He's a
I was
young
gonna say,
boy. I
damn, you
confronted him
just
3 times.
threw shade
He
at
is the
Deer
most
Point.
handsome. He's the most handsome little thing in the world. Oh my God, he's so
Hey, look,
handsome.
Lana, you got him as a
if they've got
screensaver
Lana's
or what?
approval, I guarantee
Damn.
There
Deer
you go.
Point's
There you go.
DMs
All
are
Deer
right.
Point.
blowing
There
up.
Yes,
you go,
Deer
bro.
Point is
That's
so
Deer Point's
handsome. Oh
DMs
my
are about
God,
to just
he's
blow up.
yeah, his
I'm
his
more than
fingers,
just antlers,
his hand is
guys.
so nice. He's got the prettiest hands ever, and you know he works in corporate. But I'm telling you, whatever you imagine he is, he is. Esthar, I've known him for a year now. Like we have a relationship. He's been my mentor. He's always like, Lana, ask fucking questions. They tell me, right? And then you got Andrew. You ever heard Andrew talk? And Andrew talks a lot. And then sometimes I guess he feels standoffish, right? He was like, I don't want to talk so much, Lana. I don't want to talk so much, but he knows so much. I respect him immensely. And I don't say that to a lot of people. Because if you guys know me in spaces, I don't do that. But these 3 in the same room is top notch. And I
Well,
want to say, Liz, you're hosting a great space. B, thanks for co-hosting. This is a great fucking space. I love it. And go
yes.
on.
Look,
absolutely,
we
absolutely.
we can all tell that they know what the hell they're talking about, and if Lana's vouching
They
for
got
them,
over friggin' one works for a market maker, one has 20 years experience. And you know Andrew, he know his shit. He's just like, okay,
So,
cool. Andrew, I love you.
my
But
only point was, I hope like you all have the chance to share this kind of stuff on voice while you're
no, I
actually
wanted
trading.
to, but you know what? I
It clicks
felt
so
like
much
I
easier.
didn't give enough attention to the people that love me so much. They were in my Discord, and I'm not trying to pump it. I
we
didn't give them
we
much
we
attention. I want to give them attention because they always have my back. And you know me, I'm not gonna lie. And you know, it's not the joint talking. I never had a lot of people have my back, but these 3 have my back so much. Beach too, and Liz too. I don't know the rest of the people, but they have my back so much. You know, they always like, you know, Lana, we got you, we take care of you, whatever. And they always like, I want to teach you. And then Esther was like, I'm teaching you to be a sniper. I want you to learn to fish. You know, so even if he's gone for a year, I would still have love for Esdot because he was there for number 1. He's never asked me for anything. He's never done anything. He's always wanted to teach me. Never once has he asked me for anything. That's why I could never let him
Yeah.
go. I could never let him go.
Lana,
Deer Point came out of the blue. And Deer Point is like, I'm going to show you a picture of me. I was like, damn, boy, you handsome. But I could birth him.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
yo.
But he's so cute.
love.
What happened?
Maybe Deer Point didn't want to be doxxed like that. Like, hey, I
No,
don't
he's
want
not.
anybody to
I'm
know
never gonna
handsome.
dox him.
You know,
But
he just wants
you
to
know
be.
what? He showed me himself. You know why? Because he trusts me. That shows a lot. When someone trusts me like that, I would never show anyone his picture. But I know if every girl simps over him, because they do, I'm gonna tell you what. He is the real deal. He's so fucking cute. Oh my God. He's not ugly at all. He's so fucking cute. It's like he's so young, but he's so cute.
All right,
Andrew knows a
Lana.
lot.
Deer
But
Point.
Lana,
This is you should
Deer
record
Point
this
is
for your
fucking
Hinge
handsome,
profile, my
girls.
boy.
Get your shit. He knows his
He's a
shit.
good
so handsome.
trader, right?
Hi,
I think
Andrew.
All right. Hey,
you
look,
know,
hey, Deer
Zippo.
Point.
If
Deer
if
Point.
Zippo, if I can only add to what
No, go
Lana
ahead.
said.
Go ahead. I just wanted to know if Deer Point did any live trading because I really feel like
Oh, he
people learn.
could. You don't know Deer Point like I do. He could. He just don't
No.
want to. He's very
Okay,
humble.
he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. I'm just saying, if you have these kind of talents, people could learn a lot from you. Learning.
Oh
Have
yeah,
you heard
No,
his
no,
voice?
Zippo.
yeah.
This
So there's
guy
actually
could
a whole
catfish
backstory.
everybody with a picture of
I
fucking
used
damn
to not be
Gumby.
anonymous.
Deer Point, go ahead and start an OnlyFans, my boy.
I would
OnlyFans
never
fan
dox Deer Point
Oh,
because he trusts me so much. I would never do that to him. He knows that.
Hey,
He knows
Dear
that.
Point, DM me.
No, he's fucking ladies. Deer Point is really cute. I swear to God, he's so cute. You have the right to trust him. He's so cute. He's so
Fuck.
young though. I could be his
No,
mama. He's so cute.
no, I used to not be anonymous. And then the apes came after me. And
They
then
came
my
after
work.
me too. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, my work.
Oh, they really
because
came after Lana.
yeah,
He
so
did.
I worked for a bank, and then because of compliancy, they're like, yeah, you got to go anonymous or you got to delete Twitter. So I was like, okay. And so now I'm just a deer with antlers, and obviously that's what Lana's into.
Yeah, you want to know what's funny?
Hey, yo.
Deer Point and I came from Charlotte, North Carolina together. So we came from a finance state. So the fact that I showed myself because I have nothing to hide, there's nothing bad about me. When you work in the bank, right, they make you take extensive background check. I had to get my eyes examined. I had to go through Homeland Security. So I'm not scared about that. Deer Point, I understand. When I saw his picture, I was like, no fucking shit. You're everything I picture. But ladies, if you're simping over him, it's true. He's handsome. He's got money. He's smart as shit. He's young, you know, but he ain't ugly. I promised you. But I would never dox him because the fact that he showed me his picture, it shows me a lot. Esdot
Lana,
has been
Lana.
through. S dot.
We're
I'm not finished.
definitely
S
gonna
dot.
see a Deer
All right,
Point
Deer
only
Point.
No,
dance
I'm
next
telling you,
week.
Deer Point is the real deal.
Subscription only for stock advice.
OnlyFans.
Deer Point.
S dot.
I don't even care
I'm
about
not
your
finished.
training.
S
I want
dot.
a picture.
I known
want a
him since
picture.
like last year. S dot taught me everything I know last year. He
I
wants to
still
like
I
make
want a
sure I'm
picture,
good.
Deer Point.
And you want to know what's something with S dot? He never took anything from me. He's always been there for me from day one, and I always love him. I would never abandon him, and he would never abandon me. And that's one thing we know without saying a thing. But he's always shown me love, and that's why I try so hard to make sure he understands. I know where he's coming from. That's it. I know without him saying a word where he's coming from. But he's my mentor. But Deer Park, simp over him. He's that fucking hot. Oh my fucking god, it's so cool. It's so
Oh my
cool.
god.
But Andrew
Hey,
was
Lana.
into my spaces
Lana,
before. He
you
was
have
like,
Zippo. You have Zippo. Just like
fucking Deer Park is hot.
Lonnie has always
Look,
said.
I'm falling off the
He's
couch
23.
right
He's so
Yeah.
hot.
You have Zippo simping.
No,
Yeah,
Zippo,
yeah.
whatever.
Couch.
Zippo,
What
whatever.
about
No,
me?
I ain't trying. I don't
when
care.
when
I don't care.
when
Zip all over here
Dude,
talking about,
guys,
hey,
Biljit
DM
already
me,
told
DM
me he's
me.
taking me to India to find some Rishtas, right, Biljit? Me and you hitting up India.
Yeah,
oh
what he
yeah,
said. What he said.
oh yeah. I'm learning from the experts. One thing I have learned is that Lana is so honest and such a leader. In opening the community for
I'm not a leader. No, no,
No, you
no.
are.
No, no, no.
Come on.
Lana said, "This
I'm
is
not.
not leader trading advice, not expert trading advice."
Yeah, not advice, but leader can still be a leader, right? Like your dad is not a stock advisor, but your dad can or your mom can be an advisor, right? Or your wife or your girlfriend or your like sister can be an advisor, right? From that perspective, I always enjoy while I have my own challenges, and this is a fun space. And like Dear and Lana has been so, close and guiding, and also to that matter, like all the folks here, Zippo has been so much kind, and that's why I come to these spaces, and I will continue to come these spaces.
I love you, bro. I've heard you before. I love you, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That's very
Here's a
lovely.
question.
I wanted. Oh, go ahead, Andrew. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna slightly change the subject and get back to options talk for a moment.
Well,
Unless,
before you do that, I actually just wanted to kind of throw out some love to Astox 92. That's my guy on some zero DTE degenerate stuff. He's on that TA for the zero DTE. So Lana kind of glossed over that man, but no, he's very good. No, anywho,
yeah,
go ahead.
he seems very knowledgeable, and this question
Anyways.
Go ahead, please, Lana.
I don't want to leave my boy out.
All right, I just tried to follow him, and it says pending. So you better fucking accept me.
No, that man is good to the minute, and yeah.
No, I just followed him. It said pending.
No, go ahead, Andrew. I totally cut you off, bro. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. So this is posed to anybody who has maybe a little bit more experience with options. And what about becoming the casino yourself? And by that I mean selling puts or selling calls. And when selling calls, of course, own the underlying. You really don't want to do that naked. But selling puts, I mean, I sell naked puts pretty frequently, and it works out. Because as we all know, 90 some odd % of options expire worthless. So it's nice to sell something that expires worthless. And so I'm just curious as to what other people's thoughts on that type of strategy is. Oh, and I'm specifically talking about out of the money, of course.
That's
and near dated.
No, it can be solid. I think that's the only way Buffett actually goes about selling. I think he only does covered. But like I remember I did like some research. This was prior to the pandemic, like 2018, that said if you had, fuck, dude, I gotta go back and like dig up that paper. But if you had sold covered calls against the SPY like back in 2018, I think you would have compounded over like a 5-year period, like up to 2018, like 30-40% compounded year over year or something fucking crazy.
So this is more complicated options trading than I've gotten into.
This isn't that complicated, man. It's free money as long as you understand technical analysis. The whole game is sell the impossible dream. That's it. You're the casino. You're selling the impossible bet. All right. So you're selling. If you sell right there on the other side of resistance, or if you're selling puts, you sell right there on the other side of support. Simple. Free money.
If you're selling covered calls, you have to own the underlying stock, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zippo, I will tell you something though. I'm a fucking terrible trader. I don't trade. Like, it's not my forte. Like, I'm
all right.
Like, I understand like the basis of it. I've just never done it because I don't hold.
No, like just in terms of trading, like I'm it's not like it's not what I'm good at, right? Like I do like a macro outlook when I invest, so it'll be like 6-7 months in plays. So I don't do anything exciting. I'm just like a boring.
Feel like we need to be better friends though.
Do you primarily are you primarily on a quarter rebalancing schedule?
Yeah, like like with the bank, yes. With my own portfolio, it depends. Like the way that I do it now is it like I don't even have that many positions open. Like I have like about 5 futures positions open, and then I think right now I only own like 3 companies actually outright, like actual commons, and then the rest is on the short side. So and then I have 2 FX positions open. So like I don't have a whole lot going on. So yeah, like if I need to, they'll be rebalancing because from when I was working in Canada, I have access to CFDs markets. So like obviously it's a little bit more useful because they don't expire. So yeah, so it just completely depends on the position and my what's the word I'm looking for? And
risk tolerance.
No, not risk tolerance. Fuck, I'm so tired. Yeah, it just, I guess, if as long as the outlook doesn't change and the thesis doesn't change. But yeah, if the position gets too big, yeah, I'll trim and rebalance to places where I can see more opportunity.
Yeah.
I